initiated a shelter evaluation by the Humane Society of the United States, a copy of which you have. Our focus tonight will be on the medical aspects mentioned in this report. To know more about what we have accomplished and the roadblocks we have encountered, Mrs. Hendricks has notes from our past meetings, and from now on, our notes are being distributed to you. So now, what do we do to get things moving in the right direction? The first priority is to lower the number of animals entering the shelter, which in the long run will not just save lives, but a lot of money. We believe there is a way to have adopted animals spayed and neutered before new owners take possession. We agree with Chowan County Commissioner Keith Nixon when he says that spay-neuter vouchers don't work and that animals need to be fixed before they are adopted. Puppies and kittens, however, would still need vouchers with strict follow-up. Next, we need a vet under county contract to oversee the shelter. Dr. Ford, doing this work for free is not sustainable. Thirdly, we need to purchase vaccines and other basic meds so that healthy animals can be adopted into our communities, and we have a fighting chance to get animals out of the shelter to rescue groups. With veterinarian oversight, we qualify to purchase vaccines and meds at discounted rates. I will now pass around to you copies of a budget we have proposed to Chowan County for a preventative medical program. Can I just hand this to you? We are proposing shelter oversight vet contract, 3 hours a week and $175. That works out to be about $58 an hour. The national norm for paying a vet in a shelter is $75 an hour. The purchase of wholesale vaccines and medicines, we're estimating at $18 per animal for 500 animals. And the way we came up with that number, the total intake of the shelter last year for our small population was 2,739 animals. I don't have the nerve to stand up here and ask you for vaccines for all of these animals. That would be the norm though, that every animal entering the shelter would be vaccinated to stop the spread of disease within the shelter. What we're proposing is that if we take the 500 number is made up of the number of adoptions last year and the number of animals that were rescued. Spay-neuter surgeries, and this is based on 2010 adoption statistics. Only 297 of that 2,739 animals that went into the shelter last year, only 297 were adopted. We believe that the vets around here would do an average spay-neuter surgery under a county contract of about $105 per animal. That's going from a male cat to a 120-pound female lab. Proposing raising the adoption fee, $70 per cat, $90 per dog, which we believe people will pay when the animal comes vaccinated and spayed and neutered. Yep. So basically, for $8,000 per county, we could send every adopted animal out spayed and neutered, and we could send those same adopted animals out vaccinated, and also rescued animals out vaccinated. With full disclosure, the other request we made at Chowan, additional staffing with extended adoption hours and staff training, a CIP study of the shelter, the computer program that I've mentioned, which is free with a refundable deposit, upgrade the 7 outside kennels, inside painting, and complete the electrical work for the kennel air conditioning. And those last 2 items are already funded in this current budget. Now, the Friends of the Animal Shelter commitment to all of this would be that we would transport adopted animals from the shelter to the vets for the spay-neuter surgeries. We would follow up on spay-neuter for puppy and kitten adoptions. We would continue to coordinate and transport as many animals to rescue groups as possible. Continue raising money for discounted boarding for animals waiting for rescue transport. Continue to raise money for AWARE's spay-neuter programs that are available to the public, which ultimately benefits the shelter. Continue working with AWARE to write grants, and with a commitment from Chowan County, we will continue writing grants that are available to municipal shelters. Explore possible funding from the state spay-neuter grant, and come back and give you regular updates on how the medical program is working. We have researched 3 other counties in North Carolina with county-owned shelters and approximately the same human population and household income as our 3 counties. The counties are Person, Jackson, and Yadkin. What we have learned is that we have the highest number of animals coming into our shelter, and we spend the least amount of money on our animals. An article appeared recently regarding a spay-neuter program in Pickens County, South Carolina, that is saving taxpayers thousands of dollars. I'm going to leave you a copy, but I'm going to just read excerpts from this article. It was March 9th, and the title is Administrator speaking. County saving thousands with spay program. Legendary game show host Bob Barker signed off every episode of The Price is Right by reminding audience members to have their animals spayed or neutered. Pickens County spay and neuter program's price has indeed proven to be right as well, according to County Administrator Chad Hurst. The county spay and neuter program has been extremely valuable to taxpayers, the county budget, and animals alike, Hurst said at Monday night's council meeting. Between the fall of 2006 and December 2010, Pickens County has successfully sterilized 4,149 animals. Then he goes into the breakdown of dogs and cats and how many animals they would produce had they not been sterilized. I've gotten letters from folks criticizing us for spending money on this program, but they don't realize it is going to cost a lot more money to address an out-of-control animal population. We have to hire more people to pick up these animals, not to mention the costs associated with keeping them, feeding them, and having them euthanized. Their ordinance there is the same as ours. When an animal is picked up, the shelter has to keep it for 5 days. They estimated that it costs for those 5 days an average of $63 per animal. And that would have cost Pickens County $802,000, almost $803,000. The spay-neuter program has cost Pickens County $134,000. While the $134,000 costs associated with this program might seem exorbitant, Pickens County has actually saved a total of nearly $670,000, considering it would have cost more than $800,000 to house the animals that were not born because of the program. In addition to being a sound, cost-effective business practice, we also saved 12,744 animals from having to be euthanized. This program is saving the taxpayer money and is more humane for the animals. Then it goes on to say, I believe this program is working well. We have been contacted by other counties who have seen the benefit of it and want to copy our program. So I'm going to leave you a copy. All right. So you can save money and fund your library. Okay. So in conclusion, we are asking you to partner with us to help stop the bleeding at the shelter. If together we can reduce the number of incoming animals and get more animals adopted and sent to rescues, improving the shelter's reputation and saving money will be just 2 of the many benefits. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I do believe I was at the meeting when we started the advisory committee there, so there should be conversation about some stuff and try to bring it down and
Appreciate that. Yes.
thank you for what you do.
There's a lot of moving parts out there. You need a spreadsheet from here to upstate New York to sort out all the issues, but if you keep at it